This house is owned by Mr. Daniel Inkum, um, a presbyter at the Ghana Believers Church, who stays here. And because of the flooding of the river, they have just moved out to a different place. And it's very appalling that people now here have all just moved out from the house. And people seem not to enjoy at all. As you can see the view of the picture. At the background you can see the kitchen. The whole house has been taken by the river. That's the river Abana Brim has been taken over. This is another nest house owned by Madame Felicia Amon. This house is owned by her, and she's an ex-midwife or a nurse from Modern Government Hospital. Due to the flooding of the house, no one is in the house. And as you can see the picture in the background, the whole house has been captured by the river Brim. This was done by Deborah Alexander, the reporter, Ghana, and I work at Jubilee Hospital. As you are seeing from the background, this is a road just leading to the Living Bread International School. And beside the road, from here, from the left side, you can see the river there. When you come to the right hand side, you can also see the river heading towards to Mr. Daniel's house, the one that I just made a report. And you can see how it is, how the river is heading towards the road. That's the view of the road leading to the Living Bread International School. Look at people just standing there. It's very funny and it's amazing somehow the river has just come to the town. This is the overview of the river, how it is like. It's very difficult to see from this picture, but I'm just getting closer to it. And you found it very amazing how the river has captured the whole place. This is the view of it. And there's a church there. That building that you are seeing is a church owned by the Ghana Believers Church. The river has also taken that place. That's how the river seems to be like. You can see enough buildings being captured by the river. A lot of houses has been captured by the river. And this where we can locate it at Akim Central Pentecost. That's the biggest church in Akim near the Roman church, heading towards the downside near the railway line, reported by Deborah Alexander, a worker at Jubilee Hospital. This is the view of the house that was seen earlier. The river has just taken everywhere. There's somebody's house just inside the river. It's how the river is. It's taken everywhere. Everywhere you go, the river seems to be like that. This house is owned by someone that I'm just doing an inquiry to get the name of the person. We got people just coming to view how it is. A lot of people coming to see how it looks like. It's everywhere. It's a different site, a house that I'm not sure about the owner, but I'll just find out later on. This is how it looks like. There's even another house behind it. It's very appalling. The house that I said it was just behind the first one I was talking about. As you can see, but it's not all that clear. The river is just moving and moving and moving all along its banks. We are coming to a certain house just been broken by the river and it's owned by the late Miss Felicia Deborah. The late Mr. Deborah's literatus daughter, who just passed away about 1 year ago. That's how the place has been flooded with. It's passing and passing and passing. I have got to a point where I have reached a certain nurse who works at government hospital named Grace. And this is her house. This is Madam Grace's house. The house, the river is just behind it. It's just behind it. This is the house. Just heading towards to where the river is passing. As you can see, I'm just behind the house, moving and heading towards to where the river is. But the house was somehow capturized. This was the length where the river came to. It has been measured by a wood. It's a wooden structure and it's just moving gradually, and this is the overview of it. Somebody's house been taken away by the river. That's how it is. It's owned by a certain lady who sells pork meat, and this is the house being taken by the river. The pork seller's house over there, and this is the overview, the full view of the house. The full view of the house. Now you can see the length of the river. This is the length of the river. The house that was being owned by the one that was taking the pork seller. There's another house here owned by a certain man who sells in the market, provisions in the market. The river has just captured everything. The building is just in the water. At the moment it was being built inside the water. But it's moving gradually as usual. It's going. You take it like that. You're praying together, it will not last long. It will not last long. This is how it is. Now you can see the long view of the river. It's amazing. This is the house owned by Mr. Nico, Madam Felicia Amon's son. This is the house. Probably this house is being taken. You can see it's now taken, driven away by the... Now you can see the longest view. You can see the longest view. This is how it is. And a very long view from here. This is where the river is. It's very long. It's really long. It's very long as usual. You can see from this angle. And I'll end here. Reporting by Deborah Alexander, a worker at Jubilee Hospital. Thank you, donators. We appreciate and we think something better can be done to these people. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. Bye bye.